And so first of all, please understand it's a live class. So what do I mean by live class? You have zero restrictions on stopping me, unmuting yourself and asking me anything. That's the whole point of having a live class. Otherwise, why won't you just watch a recording? Okay. Like the biggest thing that you can do, you can message me privately, you can message in public, and you can just unmute yourself and talk anytime. If you feel like you need to open your video and show me your working, you can do that as well. If you feel like you want to send the working on WhatsApp, you can do that as well. A live class means a live class. Okay, just because I'm sitting in a different city does not mean you cannot have the live class experience. Second thing, this board is interactive. So please be careful. I mean, when I'm writing, please don't write, but you can highlight or mark anything or mark any step and be like, okay, Shubham, can you please explain how you have done this? Like you can circle anything. If you all want, you can just try. This is an interactive board. You can paste any question, you can paste any text on this. So this is basically a collaborative board. So let me make this very clear. The reason why we are doing a live class and we give you permission to talk at any time is because this is the best way to learn. If you don't ask your doubt immediately, there is no point. So please don't shy away from asking your doubt. It's actually my responsibility. Please don't be like, sorry, I'm asking such silly question. No, no need to be sorry. You'll end up paying me eventually for that. Okay. And it's my responsibility to clear all the doubts that you all have. So there is no need to be very formal. That's why I would prefer if you don't call me sir, just call me by my name Shubham, because then that becomes a very different relationship. So that you can just have any kind of interaction with me. Okay. I hope whatever I said is clear to. Can we go for English? Uh, Not really, because there are people who just understand English. So like going for English would be slightly complicated. But yeah, over personal chats, over calls, I can definitely explain you everything in Hindi also, but not in class. Live class will be English only. I mean, that's the uh, definite thing. Okay. Like talk to me in Hindi, side anywhere else, ask me doubts in Hindi, no problem. Ask, but the class entire interaction will be in English. And anyway, you need to be good with it because the entire structure of GMAT is in English, right? So that's why it's very important to be comfortable with English. Now, let's start with quickly, just like a 10-15 minute intro of everything GMAT. Okay. So GMAT is a aptitude question adaptive exam. So it's a aptitude question adaptive exam. What does question adaptive means? Your next question depends on answer of previous question. That means the questions are not static. It is broadly divided into three categories. The first category is verbal, where you'll be given 23 questions. The second category is data insights, where you'll be given 20 questions. And the third category is quant, where there will be 21 questions. You will have 45 minutes of each section and one optional 10-minute break. This optional 10-minute break can be taken after one section or after two sections. That's totally up to you. Like when you want to take this break. Okay. So you have this optional 10-minute breaks. The order of the section is also up to you. So basically, there are 6 ways to start the exam. The scoring now is out of 805. This has nothing to do with your absolute score. This is just for reference for GMAT and universities. 705 plus is 99 percentile out of 805. If you get this percentile, you are basically GMAT will not be an issue to get selected into any college. And 685, which is equivalent to 713 previous GMAT. 685, which is equivalent to 730's previous GMAT, is the highest average score of any university. So I'm talking about colleges with the caliber of Harvard or Wharton or MIT, like the best of the best, like the Ivy Leagues. They have the highest requirement of 680 as the average. So if I talk about Harvard, they have also taken student at 565. They have also taken student at 745. But at an average, it's 685. So 685 or above is higher than average of any college. Okay. And since all of you who would like prepare for GMAT diligently, I say the minimum target that all of you should have in mind is 625, because 625 guarantees you in like top 10% colleges of the world. So the minimum score anyone should aim is 625. If anyone wants like the top college, you should aim 685 or above. But 605 is like the minimum score that you all should aim. Okay. Second thing, this is like a disclaimer. There are a lot of jargon, tips, tricks floating around over the internet, which tell you that, you know what, if you follow this, you will get this. If you follow this, you will get that. Let me make it very, very, very clear. No one becomes a millionaire overnight. No one becomes very smart overnight. You have to put in the hard work. So if you feel like there's a shortcut or there's a trick or there are certain jargons which I can learn and that will help me with GMAT, the answer is no. It will not. The only thing that will help you is consistency and discipline. Nothing else. If you feel like, you know what, there are things that can help me, no. Then your question would be, but there are certain people who are actually good with it, who actually don't need to work that hard. The answer to that question is they have worked hard previously in their life. Now, what do I mean by that? That they have worked hard previously in their life. Maybe they prepared very, sincerely for entrance in 12th standard. Maybe they worked really hard. Maybe they prepared for CAT. Maybe they prepared for some other aptitude exam. Maybe they prepared for college placement. So they had put in the work previously as well. So maybe they will need lesser time. But everyone needs to put that consistent discipline effort no matter how smart you are. The only difference is some people have already put in that effort and some people need to put that effort. So what I'm trying to say is there is no shortcut to efforts. There's no shortcut to working hard on this. And it's very important for all of you to understand and internalize that it's gonna be a grind. Second thing, if you're preparing for GMAT, you need to understand that flow and momentum are two very important things. So like say, for example, if you're starting to prepare now, if you're starting to prepare right now, yeah, I'll come to that section. Just let me finish. You should like be like, okay, for next 3 to 4 months, it's a priority. I will somehow find at an average 2 hours a day. That means 10 to 12 to 14 hours a week. And I will consistently work on it and then write the exam. So it's all about flow and momentum. Like we have a lot of scenarios where people started preparing and then took a break. And after that break, I just want to make everything very real. Okay. I want you all to know what you're getting into, what the real picture is. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just telling you what it takes to actually get that. Okay. So you need to give 3 to 4 months, 2 hours of your life to this. And if you give consistent 2 hours for 4 months, I mean, this score of 625, you will definitely cross. There's no problem with that. And that will help you get into any colleges. Is calculator allowed in GMAT? Only in one section. That is the data insight section. Only calculator allowed section. And that too, that's an online calculator that will be on screen. So you cannot take your own calculator. Yeah, Saksham had another question. Just wanted to ask one thing. As everywhere I've heard of 700 plus, is it different for? Yes, it is different. So Like I said, the 685 for focus edition, the new edition, is equivalent to 730 of previous editions. So a 700 plus score of previous edition is a 655 plus score of focus. So 655 of focus is equivalent to 700 plus of previous edition. I hope that answers your question. Okay. So please remember, if people are able to do it fast, they have worked hard previously. So it's a battle with yourself. That is the third and final point. The third and final point is being competitive. Now, what do I mean by being competitive? Very simple. Just be better at it tomorrow than today. The worst thing that you can do to yourself is compare yourself to other people. The reality for you is very different. Like, make it a habit of competing with yourself. Like, I'm taking 10 minutes to solve a question today. I will take 8 minutes to solve a question tomorrow. I'll probably take 6 minutes to solve a question day after tomorrow. If I'm not understanding this topic today, I will be better at it tomorrow. Just you. I don't want these comparisons, because what, see, in a group class, some people will do a question fast, some people will do a question slow, and then you all become insecure. Okay, how is this person able to do it fast? It's good. Then you also become that. So the thing is, take everything in a positive manner. You should be like, oh, one day I want to solve it this fast. Okay, what do I need to do for that? That should be the output. It should never be any negative point of view of competition, because that will really drag you down and you'll never be able to succeed in GMAT, because you'll always be insecure. Someone is better than you. Why do you care? The only thing that you should care about is, am I better at it tomorrow than I was at it today? As simple as that. Or just to rephrase that, am I better at it today as I was in it yesterday? As simple. That's it. If you follow these three steps, be like, there is no jargon, tips and tricks, there's no shortcut. Stop looking for shortcut. Understand it is a flow and momentum thing. If you are devoting time, you need to understand, for 3 to 4 months you need to give it 2 hours every day, ideally. If you miss, then cover up. Be competitive, but competitive in the sense that you want to be better at it yourself, not comparison to others. If you follow these three things, then I can assure you, you will do your best. Okay, because once the syllabus is over, I will also take live mocks with you. I will solve those mocks with you. I've written the focus edition, and after writing the focus edition, after all my experience, I have revamped everything, the entire content that we deliver. I've sat with Rahul, we have revamped the entire syllabus and we have customized it for the focus edition. So we have done all the work, we have done all the research. All you need to do is follow. And the last thing, you need to have like a level of trust in us, because if you keep on doubting us, then you'll keep on looking at different things, then it won't work. Trust me on this. You need to have a level of trust that, we are experts and it will be good. What will be the best time to take the GMAT? Ideally 3 to 4 months from now. If you're preparing now, 3 to 4 months. For some people, 5 months, but your first attempt should be in 4 months. Yeah. So this is everything I wanted to tell you all about GMAT. I hope the scoring, the three sections, the fact that GMAT is computer adaptive, everything is very clear. No GMAT prep coaching helps with your profile and interview. That's always a different thing. Yes, we can refer you to nice people, but as an institute, our priority is to get you your desired score. What happens after that, we will help you with that. We will help you connect to those people, but not. What's the difference between focus and previous year edition? Does not exist. What is focus edition? So okay, let me just take 2 minutes on this. So what is focus edition? Focus edition is basically all these MBA colleges going and telling GMAT, which is the authority that makes the GMAT exam, that we want more data centric leaders. Now, what does data centric leaders means? Data centric leaders means people who are well versed and understand data and can analyze data. So GMAT said, okay, let me revamp the GMAT that we asked. Instead of 2 sections, let me add another section, which is the data insight sections. So here you are asked a lot of questions on tables, on graphs, on data, statistics of the data, data sufficiency. So basically, what is focus addition? Focus addition is the only way of writing GMAT now. Why did they make it this way? Because they got feedback from all the MBA colleges, the Harvard, ISB, IIMs, that they want data-centric leaders, people who can really understand big data, because everything, every big decision right now in the world is being taken by big data. So that's why they have slightly changed it. There is no previous edition anymore from January 31st. After January 31st, there is no previous edition of GMAT. From 1st Feb onwards, you can only write the focus edition. Okay. Okay, one more question. Will we be taking the first mock after 3 months? No, not really. I will tell you when to do that. It will probably be after 2 months. And sectionals even before that. So don't worry about all of that. Like I said, have trust in the entire process. Just follow. So the good thing is that we have everything structured. Like, you have to leave the thinking process to us. And even if you are confused, okay, what to do, just message me, message Rahul. Okay, can you help me create our timetable? Once this batch is finalized, you will have a WhatsApp group for doubt clearing also. So you need to understand that with work, you focus on your work and just keep on following the instructions that we give. You don't need to invest too much of your time in planning and strategizing this. I will take care of that. That's what you're paying me for. Okay, that's what me and Rahul will take care of. We have a clear cut process. You will understand it when you receive your second mail. Everything will, you will know everything what to do for next week. I have to watch this video, I have to do this PDF, I have to solve these questions, I have to study like this. So you don't need to put any thought. Whenever you get time from work, just open the mail and just follow the instructions that we have given. If you have any doubt, just post it in the WhatsApp group or message us personally. So the idea is leave the thinking process to us. Just need to understand how will you make the schedules. You will know as soon as you get the first mail, you will know. Like today, after the class, you will get the recording of this class. You will get the things you need to do for this class and things you need to do for next class. Timing for live classes will be 2 to 5 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Any other question before we begin with theory class? I want you all to be on board before I start. Anything whatsoever. Anyone wants to ask anything? Anything at all? Yes, recording is provided for all the classes. It is being recorded right now. As soon as the class is over, I will upload it, share the link with it over the mail, and you will get it end of day every Saturday and Sunday with instructions to do. Quant is taught by you only, right? No, so Disha, okay, let me just clear the structure for that. So there are two broad topics in quant, which is arithmetic and algebra. This has a 65% weightage and this has like a 35% weightage. Then there is this thing called data insights. And then finally, there is the verbal section. Verbal section has CR and RC. So RC is me, arithmetic is me, data insights is me, algebra is Rahul, and CR is Rahul. So this is how it is distributed between me and Rahul. I hope the entire structure is clear. Verbal, half and half, quant, half and half, and data insights, totally me. Okay. Will you provide a PDF of key concepts and the resource books needed to strengthen quant? Yes, Akash, if you look at the mail that you got for this class, you have two PDFs in that. How many of you have gone through the mail that we have sent class?
I've gone through it.
Yes. So if you look at it, I'll just quickly explain the structure. So you have three things. Number one, live recording. Number two, a pre-work PDF. And number three, a classwork PDF, right? So pre-work PDF is theory plus conceptual questions. Live recording is for reference. And classwork PDF is high level GMAT questions. Once we are done with this class, we will send you extra questions PDF. You are supposed to solve 3 to 4 questions from it every day. So this is the structure, Akash. For every class, you will have 3 documents. One is the pre-work document, which we expect you to solve before coming to the class. If you all have not done it for this class, it's okay. But from next class onwards, trust me, your experience will be much more rich and you will ask me better doubts if you go through the pre-work PDF and solve those conceptual questions. In class, I will take high level GMAT questions because I want you to be able to crack any question possible that can come in GMAT. I have tried my best to take all the variations in the classwork question. Extra questions after this class you will get. So you will have like a repository of around 100 questions from this topic, these two topics, ratios and percentages. And we expect you to solve like 3-4 questions from it every day for consistency. No one is expecting you to finish the extra question PDF immediately. So I hope the structure is clear, class. And this will happen for every class. No easy or medium questions will be discussed in the class. No, it's not like that, Disha. Obviously, it's not all high level questions. When I'm explaining you the theory, like for the first 1.5 hour, I'll just explain the theory, and with theory, I'll take easy and medium question, and then we'll apply all of that to the classwork PDF. Okay, and I will clear all the doubt that you have in pre-work. It's not like that. I will cover everything from scratch. Is it
Hey,
clear?
yeah, hey Shubham, just one last question from my side. मुझको ये पूछना था यार, जैसे since I've previously given CAT once, इतना अच्छा percentile नहीं था, but one tip that was given to me was कि if you want to strengthen math, you have to go through 8th, 9th, 10th
Of NCRT.
NCRT books. So do we
I will
need
even
that?
I recommend that to people. See, the idea is being familiar. Okay. Understand this. Familiarity is the major point of concern when it comes to quant. So people who are facing issues, the first entry barrier is because of the fact that you're not very familiar with the concept. So let's say you're reading it for the first time in the class. Obviously, you will not understand it. No matter if even if I'm like the best teacher in the world, if you are listening to all of that for the first time, it will be tough. So the idea is familiarity. So for people who are facing issue, maybe watch the recording 2 times or 3 times. And yes, you can go back to NCRT. Like there is no harm in solving NCRT from 6 to 9 standard. Absolutely no harm. You can do that.
Thanks.
I hope everything is clear now, class. So any final questions that you all want to ask? Because I kept the first half hour for all of this so that now I can just like start with the class.
Hello,
Yeah.
Shubham, just one question. So with the number of classes we have, by
Mhm.
when can we expect to at least
12 weeks.
attempt the GMAT exam?
12 weeks. 12 weeks. I mean, the structure that we have, we can do it in 12 weeks, but if you feel like you want to do it faster, so class, we have no restriction on you coming to other batches. If you want to finish the syllabus quickly, we have no restriction of you asking us for recording or any material. We have no restriction whatsoever for you to attend as many live classes as you want. You can attend live class of this batch, you can attend live class of the. So every Saturday and Sunday, we have 3 batches running. 10:30 to 1:30, 2 to 5, and 5 to 8. You can attend any class. If you feel like you want to do it quickly, you can. But if you're just attending the 2 to 5 class, I would say 12 weeks. So I hope that answers your question, Rona.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, and there's one more question. No. Cool. So should I start with topic for the day? Everyone is clear, on board. Let's begin. Awesome. So ratio and percentages. So basically, in quantitative section, like I said, there are two broad sections, arithmetic and algebra. Okay. We are starting with the arithmetic section. We will finish the arithmetic section. The reason of starting arithmetic first is because the concepts of arithmetic are applied in data insights. So we want to finish arithmetic quickly so that we can study data insights. Okay. Arithmetic in simple terms is applied math. The math that you can apply in real life scenario, that is arithmetic, like time, speed, distance, time and work, mixing things, uh, finding probability. All of this falls into the category of arithmetic. And arithmetic begins at ratio. Ratio, in simplest term, is the first step of converting English to math. So ratio is literally the first step of converting English to math. This is where it all begins. And if you understand ratios, percentages is nothing but ratios taken on a scale of 100. Time and work is nothing but a ratio. Time, speed, distance is nothing but a ratio. Mixtures is nothing but a ratio. Everything is just ratio. So this class forms the base of entire arithmetic section. Literally the entire arithmetic section. Okay. Anyone who understands ratios better, you can open the mail, start doing the pre-work questions right now. If you are done with the pre-work questions, you can do classwork questions. If you're done with classwork question, you can ask me and I will give you more questions. So I will go at the pace of the class, but if anyone is going faster, you should not waste time. You should simultaneously keep on doing questions. All of you have the mail, all of you have the documents. Okay. So I won't keep on telling this again and again, but I just want to say this for the first time. If you're going at a different pace, just keep on. I have not received the pre-work section. It's there in the mail, Asha. Just look at the mail. Or if you want, I will send it here. One second. Just give me 1 second, class. I'll just probably send it here. File, your computer, arithmetic. Okay, I don't have it downloaded. 1 second. Thank you, Disha. I'm also sending. Downloads. Yeah, done. Cool. So, like I said, it's the first step of converting English to math. So when I say, and ratio is what? Ratio is nothing but comparison of two or more quantities. Comparison of two or more quantities is known as ratio. Okay. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's say it says salary of P and Q is in the ratio 3 to 5. Salary and P and Q is in the ratio 3 to 5. What this means is for every rupees 3 that P earns, Q earns rupees 5. So this is what it means. For every 3 rupees that P is earning, Q will earn 5. So if P is earning 30, Q will earn 50. If P is earning 3,000, Q will earn 5,000, because for every rupees 3 that P is earning, Q is earning rupees 5. So every increment of 3 in P will lead to increment of 5 in Q, because the ratio has to be maintained, and the ratio is 3 to 5. Okay, ratio is written like this, 3:5. And if there are two ratios, like only two quantities, then you can also write it like this, 3/5. Both of these are the same thing. The first and foremost things that we need to know is that ratio can be multiplied or divided by any number. Ratio can be multiplied or divided by any number whatsoever. Okay, if you're multiplying both numerator and denominator by that number, it's technically multiplying by 1, right? Okay, tell me this. If the ratio is 3/5, if I do 10/10, does it make any difference, class? What is 10/10?
No. 1.
1. So I can practically write it as 30/50 is the same thing. Yes or no? Yes. Now
Yes.
we take advantage of this to solve questions. Let's say in this question, if it said salary of P and Q is in the ratio 3:5, and let's say after that it says if they earn, let's say 24,000 together. If they earn 24,000 together, what is P's salary? Let's say this is the question, that they're earning 24,000 together. What is P's salary? So like I said, that the ratio of P over Q is 3/5. Ratios can be multiplied by any number. So I will just multiply it by K. So 3K and 5K. I don't know the value of K, but I can say, let's say the salary of P is 3K. Then the salary of Q would be 5K. Yes? Can I say this, class?
Yes.
Yes. So I know that P plus Q is 24,000. So I can say 3K plus 5K equals 24,000. That means 8K is 24,000 and K is 3,000. So if K is 3,000, P's salary, which is 3K, is 9,000, and Q's salary, which is 5K, is 15,000. Technically, this is called taking a constant of proportionality, but at a fundamental level, it's basically what? Because you can multiply and divide the ratio by any number, I multiplied and divided it by K to solve the question. That's what I did. I multiplied and divided it by K to solve the question. Is this clear to everyone? Can I get like a quick raise of hand from everyone and thumbs up before I move forward? Others? Okay, only 6 thumbs up. Class, quickly.
पर हमने ने ऐड क्यों किया था, हमें को ये पूछना है।
Add kyun kiya? Because it's saying
P
that
plus Q ऐड क्यों किया हमने?
because it says that they totally earn together. They earn 24,000 together, means that salary of P plus salary of Q is equal to 24,000.
तो हम रेशियो को मतलब प्लस कर सकते हैं।
You can if you're taking a variable with it. You cannot directly say that, you know what, 3 plus 5 is equal to 24,000. But yes, you can say 3K plus 4K. Oh, sorry. 3K plus 5K is 24,000. So in order to add, that's why I multiplied it by a variable K. So you can add ratios, but with a variable. Is it clear now?
हाँ हाँ, okay.
Hi, my name is Shivani. So now we have to find like what is the Q salary, right?
Peace.
P salary. So now we found the K is given 3000 as a value and we found as a variable.
Mm-hmm.
So now 3000 will be multiplied by.
3 because P is 3K.
Okay, yeah.
तो वेरिएबल का मतलब क्या होता है?
Unknown quantity that we have to find given the condition of the question. A
Okay.
variable is a number whose value we don't know. Like here, K is 3000, but we did not know. We
Okay.
got it after solving. So that is a variable. I hope that's clear now.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the important thing that we need to remember, that ratio can be multiplied or divided by any number. And that's how you are able to solve these kind of ratios. Is it clear to everyone, class?
Yes.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm giving a question. I want all of you to
Shubham,
try this. Yes.
would you be able to attach the PDF for the additional questions as well?
I will send you that once the class is over. Do you want it right now?
Yeah, because I did the pre-work, I did part of the classwork, found them a bit hard, so I'm waiting for you to solve them with
Sure.
us.
Sure,
And
I'll
then I'd like to do the additional.
right now. I'm sharing it over chat. Everyone else, please solve the question on the screen. Yeah, correct. So class, have a habit of sending me the answers privately. Okay. So since everyone is still solving, just send it to me only. Okay, in chat. Just select your GMAT classes and send it to me with to the ID where there is audio and video on. Okay. No worries. So just remember this because I want everyone to not get the answer once they're solving. Correct, Saksham. Those who are done with this, I'll give you another question. So if we break down the question, there are two friends who are walking towards each other. Let's say those two friends are A and B. So B is walking towards A is walking towards B. It says one friend walks 20 meter more than the other. So if I say A walks K meter, then I can say B walks K plus 20. Again, here I have taken a variable because I need to find something. Why do we take a variable? To create an equation. And once we solve that equation, we solve the problem. It's like a puzzle. It's a process. Now the question says that the ratio that the distance that they cover is 2:3. So distance of A over distance of B is 2/3. That means K over K plus 20 equals 2/3. So 3K equals 2K plus 40. K equals 40. Okay. So if K is 40, then the distance covered by A is 40 and distance covered by B is 60. And I want the total distance. So if this much is 40 from here and this much is 60, total distance would be 40 plus 60, which is 100. Is it clear to everyone, class?
Yes.
The second question, it says A is to B is 3:4. So if I assume A to be equal to 3K, I can assume B to be what, class? If A is 3K, then B is what?
4K.
4K.
So now 7 times A would be 21K minus 4 times B would be 16K. Since it's a ratio, two ratios, I can just divide it. And it would be 3 times A would be 9K. Man, just give me 1 second. Pencil is really irritating me. So 9K plus 4K. So basically what I get is 5K over 13K. K and K will get cancelled and I will get 5 over 13 as the answer. Is this clear to everyone, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No, I'm sure.
Awesome. Again, I'm repeating myself. You can stop me at any time. I don't believe that there is a silly or stupid doubt. I don't discriminate people as smart people or as not smart people. I believe intelligence and IQ is something that can be learned. I don't believe that you're born with it. So I really don't care what kind of questions you ask me. I am here to answer them. You can ask me anything.
Shubham, on the first question, how did you come up with the equation 3K is equals to 2K plus 40?
I cross multiplied this.
Okay,
Because it
got
says
it.
distance of A over
Ah.
distance of B is 2:3, and then I cross multiplied this.
Got it. And on the second question,
Mhm.
the approach was to again cross multiply, is it?
Not really. I mean, so the thing is, I needed the ratio of 7A minus 4B is to 3A plus B. I can't solve it because A and B are two different variables.
Mm-hmm.
But A and B are connected because I know the ratio of A and B, which is 3:4. So the first thing that I thought was to represent both A and B by the same variable because then it will get cancelled.
Got it.
This is step 1. And then this is step 2. So once I have the same variable, I plug in the value. So basically I wrote it like this in terms of K. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Hi Shubham, I had a couple of questions.
Yeah, just 1 second, Pawan. So
Yeah.
Disha, the problem is that if you're taking the ratio as 2:3, 3 has to be the higher one, right? And x plus 20 will be higher. In this, you will get x as negative or some random value. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, you will get it because you need to understand that x plus 20 is a higher value. So x plus 20 will be equivalent to 3 and x will be equivalent to 2. Are you getting my point?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Someone else was saying something, please.
Yeah, so this was my question. I
Mhm.
just wanted a confirmation on this. Secondly, I tried solving it on notebook right now. Are we
Mhm.
allowed notebook in GMAT exams?
Yes, you will have a proper rough sheet. I mean, it's very good.
Okay.
Like you get like a very good quality rough pad, and you'll get like a small marker which
Yeah.
like flows. It's like writing with Butterflow. You know that Butterflow pen by Cello?
Yeah.
Does anyone use that? It's like writing with that. It'll just flow. It's very fun.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you have unlimited supply, by the way. You also get noise cancelling earplugs or noise cancelling headphones, by the way. In the break, you're allowed to eat also. So all like it's very convenient.
शुभम
Cool.
आपने दोनों एग्जाम्स दिए हुए हैं, मतलब पहला वाला भी था और ये वाला भी,
Uh-huh.
फोकस एडिशन वाला भी और पहला वाला भी,
Sorry.
दोनों टाइप, आपने दोनों टाइप के एग्जाम्स दिए हुए हैं?
I have given Focus Edition live, but previous one I have given a lot of mocks.
ओके ओके
Like I haven't attempted the previous version. I have attempted the Focus version.
ओके.
But I've written CAT for 5 years. I've been writing CAT every year. So yeah. Total distance Q1, how was it calculated? Total distance would be distance traveled by A plus distance traveled by B. So 40 plus 60 is 100. Okay. Because they are running towards each other and they are meeting. So total distance has to be distance covered by A plus distance covered by B. I hope it's clear now. Okay, let's move on. What will we get? What will we do if we are asked something like this? Let's say divide, let's take an amount, rupees 2220 in the ratio of 1/4 to 1/5 to 1/6. Now, how do we solve this? I mean, taking the ratio in the numerator was very easy, right? Now I have added a little bit of complication and I'm saying if the ratios are in denominator, what do we do? Yes, correct, Mukund, and correct, Pawan. So understand this. Like I just said, ratios can be multiplied or divided by any number, right? In order to make it convenient, what I will do is first, I will take LCM of 4, 5, and 6. Just understand the steps of taking LCM. It's very simple. Take 4 by 5, 4, 5, and 6. Start with the smallest number. So let's say 2. Whichever number is divisible by 2, divided by 2. So from 4, I get 2. From 5, I will get 5. From 6, I will get 3. There is one more number that can be divided by 2. So take 2 again. So 1, 5, 3. Then 3, 1, 5, 1. Then 5, 1, 1, 1. The objective is to get 1, 1, 1 in the end. So the LCM would be 5 times 3 times 2 times 2. So that would be how much? 60. Now, if I multiply this entire ratio by 60, what will I get? 60 by 4 is 15. 60 by 5 is 12. 60 by 6 is 10. Like I said, you can multiply or divide the entire ratio by the same number. So this ratio of 1 is to 4, 1/4 is to 1/5 to 1/6 can be written as 15 is to 12 is to 10. Now you know the steps to solve, right?
Can you please explain this one again?
So my objective was to get 4, 5, 6 eliminated from the denominator. Basically, the idea is to get everything in the numerator. And in order to get everything in the numerator, I need to take a number which is common for all three denominators. Whenever we have to find a number which is common for 3 numbers, we take LCM. So we solved, we got the LCM as 60 and we multiplied the entire ratio by 60. So we got 15 is to 12 is to 10. Is it clear to everyone now, class?
Yes.
Yes. So once I got 15 is to 12 is to 10, now we know how to solve it, right? I can say, let's say the first share is 15K, the second share is 12K, and the third share is 10K. And this sum is equal to 2220. So if this sum is equal to 222, I will get 27 plus 10, 37. 37k equals 2220. K equals 2220 over 37. And once we solve it, what do we get? What will be the value of k?
60.
60. So the money will be divided into 15 into 60, which is 900. 12 into 60, which is 720. And 10 into 60, which is 600. So if the ratios are in denominator, are you comfortable in solving them now, class?
सर हमने ने प्लस क्यों किया?
Because we have
मतलब
the total, na? Total is 2220 in 3 ratios.
ओके, इसमें लिखा था ना डिवाइड.
Yeah, so we have divided into 3 parts. The sum of 3 parts would be 2220.
ओके ओके ठीक है.
It's like distributing this money to 3 people. So if I add money that everyone got, I will get 2220. Because total तो वही था ना.
ओके ओके.
Let's do this. Trust me, if you understand ratios, you will face no issues with entire arithmetic.
Shivam, after the getting the value of k, हम approximation में निकालेंगे क्या उनका ratios की value, final values?
Why? You know, one is 15k, another is 12k, third is 10k. So if you put in k, you get 720 and 600. If you want add this up, you will get 2220. No
Okay,
approx.
it's getting completely divisible by 60, is it?
Yeah, this 2220 by 37, yes. It's
Okay.
60. They will give you numbers in a way that it will be completely divisible. Otherwise, remember, they will mention the word approximate.
Okay. Yeah.
If the question is not mentioning approximate, probably everything will get cancelled. Okay?
Got it. Yeah.
इतना जो बिग डिवाइड है इसको करने के लिए भी तो शॉर्ट तो कोई है वे.
Sorry, no, you have to find LCM like this. There's no shortcut to this. This is finding
नहीं
LCM.
जैसे 2220 डिवाइडेड बाय 37. अब 37 का मुझे टेबल तो नहीं आता.
Yeah, no one knows. 37 is prime number. So you'll have to go do it like this. 2220 by 37 and actually find out.
ओके, मतलब नॉर्मल वे जो. ओके.
Okay, so it says present ages of Samir and Anand are in the ratio 5:4. So that means if I take the age of Samir as 5k, the age of Anand would be how much? 4k. Then it says 3 years hence. That would be 5k plus 3 and 4k plus 3. It says the new ratio is 11 by 9. So I can say 5k plus 3 upon 4k plus 3 equals to 11 by 9. Then I cross multiply. I will get 45k plus 27 equals 44k plus 33. So k equals 6. And the question is saying what is Anand's present age? So Anand's present age is what? 4k. So that is 4 times 6, which is 24 years. And that is the answer. Is it clear, class? So basically, from present ages, I assigned one variable. Then 3 year hence means 3 years later. So both of them will be 3 years older. So Samir would be 5k plus 3 years old. Anand would be 4k plus 3 years old. And the question says that 3 years later, the ratio of their age is 11 by 9. So 5k plus 3 upon 4k plus 3 equals 11 by 9. And then I just cross multiply and get the answer. Is it clear to everyone? Class?
Yes, yes.
Let's do one more question like this.
And one question, then why do we need to do cross multiplication in this?
Then how else will you solve k?
हमने 11/9 तो डाल ही दिया, 5 + 3 4k + 3 11/9 हो गया।
Then
अब
how?
हम क्रॉस मल्टी
Okay, you've reached here, and let's say you don't cross multiply. Then how do
Yeah.
you get the value of k?
Okay.
In order to get the value of k, I need to create a singular equation, na?
Yeah.
And in order to create the singular equation, I need to cross multiply the right side digits.
तो
Is
अब
it?
हमने 11 and 9 को किस like यहाँ can you explain from here
Yeah.
cross multiplication? Yeah.
So whenever you have a by b over c equals to c by d, what cross multiplication says is denominator on the right hand side goes and multiplies to the numerator.
Okay.
And this denominator goes and multiplies to the numerator here. So what you get is a times d equals b times c. So basically
Okay.
5k plus 3 into the denominator of the other side, which is 9, equals to 4k plus 3 times 11, which is the denominator on the other side. Like 4k plus 3 is the denominator on the other side, so I multiplied it by 11.
Okay.
That's why we say कि इसको यहाँ numerator में ले गए और इसको यहाँ numerator में ले गए, and that's why we call it cross multiply, because we're multiplying on both sides. Is it clear?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the next question that I'm
Shubham,
taking, yes.
one doubt. See, after that, is that 45k plus 27. Could you just break that also and show us? How do you arrive at k is equal to 6?
I just took this 44k on the left hand side and this 27 on the right hand side.
Ah, okay, okay.
So 45 minus 44 is k, and 33 minus 27 is 6.
Okay, okay. Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Shubham, I had one doubt in previous question
Mm-hmm.
before this.
Okay.
So this calculation, 220 divided by 37, you said that you have to divide it manually. But I mean, these kind of complex calculations
It's not,
will take a lot of time, right? I mean,
no, it's
no,
not complex.
I know it's not complex, but
Like
it
after a
is
point of
quite
time, you will
time consuming.
okay, let me just finish. After a point, you will realize that 5 times 37 is 185, because 37 times 5 is easy to find. And it's greater than 185, so probably it's 6 times. So I'll just do 37 into 6. I won't do 37 into 1, 2, 3, 4, because see how to find half. Very simple. Add 0 and divide by 2. That's 5 times. So how to find 5 times? Add 0 and divide by 2. Because 37 into 5 can be written as 37 into 10 by 2, right? Because 5 is what? 10 by 2.
Right.
So whenever I have to do these calculation, I go to 5 times first. And then I know where it falls. I don't need to do all the calculations.
So I'm talking about these kind of tricks or whatever you can say to simplify and keep it faster.
Honestly, this is not a trick. You will by default, your brain will function like this. Just give it some time.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I said. I mean, then you don't need to like learn Vedic math. You have more than 2 minutes per question. It's enough time.
Okay.
That's me on this. Okay.
शुभम k6 कैसे आया? I have reached till this equation 45k plus 27, 44k plus 33. अब 6 कैसे आया?
So I took all the k terms on the right hand side. So I can write it like this: 45k minus 44k
ओ
equals
अच्छा.
33 minus 27. So 45 minus 44 is just k, and 33 minus 27 is 6.
ओके, मैंने उन दोनों को प्लस कर दिया था 45k plus 27 and
Sign change होता है ना? When you cross equal to, you remember
yeah,
change the sign.
yeah, okay.
Whenever you're crossing equal to, sign changes, class. Okay. So this question is the beginning of how they confuse you in language. So the toughest thing in a GMAT question is that they will confuse you in language. So this is like step 1 of confusion. So you need to structure everything correctly. You need to write everything correctly, and you won't face a problem. If you don't do that, you will face a lot of problems. So I want you all to solve this quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. 8 is to 7. So their present ages is 8 by 7. 24 and 21. Correct.
K is equal to 24 आया.
Age of husband equals to 24 आया.
Okay, so K का value 24 आया.
I don't know what K you have taken, so I can't say.
So I have written husband is equal to 6K and wife is 5K. So I've made the equation as 6K plus 6 divided by 5K plus 6 is equal to 10 upon 9.
No,
This
but
is
that's
good.
wrong. That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah. So
फिर भी 24 आ गया.
I will explain. But 24 is K now, so husband's age would be 6 into 24 plus 6.
6 into
6 years back. Present.
अरे ये तो बहुत ज्यादा एज हो गई 6 into 24 plus 6.
So you've done it wrong, I'm telling you. 6 years later. So 6 years back, it says the ratio of husband and his wife was 6 and 5. So 6 years back, if the age of husband equals 6K, then the age of wife equals 5K.
हाँ.
Because the ratio is 6 is to 5. Then it says 6 years hence. That means 12 years later, right? Because 6 years back to present would be this 6K plus 6, 5K plus 6. But it says 6 years later, so it would be 6K plus 12 and 5K plus 12. Because 6 years in the past to 6 years in the future, there's a difference of 12 years. Like, let's say it's 2024 right now. So 6 years before was 2018. And 6 years later will be 2030. So difference
The
between
trick was 6 years back and then he has said 6 years hence. So we have to add those two 6.
12. Yes.
Okay.
So now the question says 6K plus 12 over 5K plus 12 equals 10 by 9.
Okay.
So that means 54K plus 108 equals 50K plus 120. And then I just solve it. I get 4K equals 12, K equals 3. So present ages are husband 6 into 3 plus 6, which is 24, and wife 5 into 3 plus 6, which is 21. So ratio husband over wife would be 24 by 21, which is 8 by 10. I hope this is clear to everyone, class. because it's asking the ratio of their present ages. So ratio of their present ages would be 8/7. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes?
अब आ गया 12. Okay, yeah.
That was the mistake that was happening. No worries.
Shit.
Okay, let's just do this pre-work question because this is a good question. And then we can move to percentages once again. Yeah, I'll just drink water and come. I want you all to solve this. Yes. So there's a very important thing that I have to tell you in in doing questions like these. So remember, whatever is there in denominator, like what all ratios are given, like fractions are given. There is 3/5, right? There is 2/3, and there is half. Yes or no, class? These three values are there or not?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Have a habit of taking the variable as LCM of denominators. What will be LCM of 5, 3, and 2, class?
30.
30. So take total people equal to 30K. This will simplify calculation drastically. Is it clear to everyone? So whenever you have these fractions, okay, it's a very good habit to take all the denominators and you take its LCM. So total number of people are 30K. Okay, what this will do is this will ensure that whatever I do from now on it's in simpler terms. Okay. So if total number of people are 30K, so if I have to say how many boarded the first bus?
It 3 by 5 means 18.
3 by 5.
5 of total 30K. So which will be, if I simplify, 18K.
18.
Then it says 2/3 of the remaining. How many are remaining from here? Remaining people are
18K.
18K, yes.
So
No, 20.
18.
20, 20.
30 minus 18 will be 12.
Okay.
So this is first bus. After the people who boarded the first bus, remaining equals to 30K minus 18K equals 12K. Now it says 2/3 of remaining in the second bus. So second bus would be 2 by 3 times 12K, which is equal to 8K. So if 8K boarded the second bus, it says rest boarded the van. So how many are remaining? 8K in second bus, 18K in first bus. So how many will be there in the van? 8K in the second bus. So how many will be in the van? 4K.
4.
Because only 4K are remaining. Now it says, because of a breakdown, half of the students on the second bus boarded the first bus. So how many from the second bus went to the first bus?
4 from second bus.
Yes. So
4K.
first bus already had 12K. It got 4K from second bus because half of total. So half of 8K equals 4K. So basically 16K are in first bus. And what is the question asking? First upon total, right? What fraction means first bus upon total? Yes or no, class?
Yes.
So first bus upon total, that will be 16K upon 30K, which is 8 by 15. So the answer is 8 by 15. Is it clear?
Sir, first bus had 18.
Oh, yeah, it had 18.
18 were there on.
My bad. Sorry. So sorry. So 18 plus 4, 22. Can't believe this error is in recording, but okay. 22K upon 30K will be 11 by 15. I don't know why I took this value. It's clearly says remaining. Anyway, so the answer is 11 by 15. Is it clear to everyone?
सर आई वांट टू नो कि ये वैन का हमें कैसे लगा कि 4K होगा, ये मेरे को क्लियर नहीं हो रहा. फर्स्ट बस का क्लियर हो गया.
Remaining,
Van.
those who remain go in van, it says. Rest of the students boarded the van. So in first bus, there are 18K. In second, 8K. So 18K plus 8K is how much?
18 plus 8K हमें से
26. So total 30K है, जिसमें से 26 फर्स्ट और सेकंड में है. तो बचे हुए वैन में गए. 30 में से 26 हटाए तो कितना ही बचा?
4 बज गए.
ओके 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 ठीक है ठीक है.
Cool. Yeah.
ठीक है.
Anything else? No? Is it clear?
Yes.
See, ratios is something which takes some time getting used to, but once you get used to it, I promise you will be like doing amazing with GMAT. Okay?
On
Now,
the wife and the husband age, one thing I wanted to ask, husband was 30 and wife is 24, right?
no. 24 and 21. Husband is 24, wife is 21.
हमारा K3 निकल गया था. So like K is 3 now here. Okay.
Yeah.
So now 3 will be multiplied by
Present age.
6.
Yeah. So 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 6, 24.
अब हम oh अच्छा okay. Okay, I went to that 10:9. Okay.
So these kind of questions are clear? Class?
Yes.
Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So what is percentage? Percentage is ratio on a scale of 100. Why do we need this? Why do we even need percentage? We need percentage so that there is a uniform scale of comparison in the entire world. Okay, tell me about this. So up till 8th standard, I studied in UP board. And then I came to CBSE board. Let's say someone else studied from ICSE board. Someone else studied from an international board. How do we compare our performance? I cannot say that, you know what, my paper is in 900 marks, I got 600 marks. You will say, my paper was in 700, I got 500. Can I compare this? Like if I shout and say, you know what, I got 600 over 900, and you say, you know what, out of 700, I got 500. How do we know which is better? These are what? Ratios achieved upon total. Do you all agree, class?
Yes.
In order to have a unified scale of comparison, what we did was we created the idea of percentages. Now, how does percentage work? Very simple. So the theory of percentages, just 1 second. Battery gaya. Yeah. So the theory of percentage comes from the theory of ratio, that you can multiply and divide a ratio by any number, right? You can multiply and divide the ratio by any number. This is something we have made very clear. So if you can multiply and divide the ratio by any number, I can do this. Yes, class? Can I do this
Yes.
or not? So let's take better numbers. Let's take 630 here and 560 here. Okay. So I can cancel the 0 and 0 here and cancel it and say 70. So what I got was 70 on 100. I can cancel the 0 and 0 here and divide it and get 80 on 100. Now is it easier to compare, class? Obviously, the person who got 80 on 100 did better than 70 on 100. Yes? हाँ कि ना?
Yes. Yes.
This is exactly what percentage does. Okay. This percent sign is basically replaced wherever you see 1 by 100. So I can write this as 70% and 80%. And what does this mean? Percent, which is per 100. Is it clear to everyone, class? Are you able to comprehend this? We need it everywhere. Comparing profits of two companies, you do it in percentage. Comparing sales target, you say, oh, I did 80%. Someone else says, oh, I did 90%. Comparing financial targets, I achieved 95% of my target. I achieved 90. Comparing growth, comparing weight loss, I lost 1% of my weight. Comparing fitness, I'm 10% fitter than before. Any kind of comparison as a standard internationally is done in percentage. And what is percentage? Nothing but ratio on a scale of 100. All I do is I take this 1 by 100 and replace it by the percentage sign. Nothing new is happening at all. Like it's just a concept which makes it easier to compare. And I want to make it very clear because I don't want you all to be scared with new concept. There's nothing new under the sun. We just manipulate what we know for our convenience to solve things easily. That's it. First of all, you need to keep in mind that math is created by us, no one else. So if we have created this, we can understand it. I mean, that's the first step of understanding everything, is to understand that you can do it by yourself. Is it clear to everyone, class?
Yes.
There are three major variation where you use percentage. Okay. So variation one. We get the value of percentage equal to change over initial into 100%. Where do we use this? We use this variation one to calculate profit percent, loss percent, discount percent. We use this, right? I mean, how do we calculate profit? What is profit? Okay. So let's say something cost me 200 and I sold it for 280. So if I have to tell my profit percent, what is change? How much extra did I get, class?
18 rupees.
80 rupees.
80.
So my profit percent would be change, which is 80. And what is the initial thing here? Initial is
100.
cost, right?
200.
200.
200 into 100%. So 0 cancelled. 80 by 2. My profit percent is 80%. Is it clear, class? So
Yes.
variation one of using the formula of percentage is change upon initial into 100%. Okay. Variation two can be the value of percentage is equal to achieved upon total into 100%. What will be good example of this, class? Achieved upon total into 100%. My marks, my targets, right? Like how much percent you got in boards, how much percent of sales target you achieved. So that will be achieved upon total times 100%. And finally, variation three. Variation three is, oh, sorry. Percentage equals to quantity one over quantity two times 100%. This is the third variation. So sometimes we just need to compare two quantities. So we'll use variation three. Almost all the questions that we will encounter of percentage are first of all ratio taken on a scale of 100. Second of all will fall into one of these categories. It's either achieve upon total, change upon initial, or quantity one over quantity two times 100%. Is this picture clear to everyone? Does anyone has any doubt so far in percentages?
No.
Perfect. Let's move to solving certain questions. Okay, before we go to the question, there's a very, very, very good hack that you can use. And I mean, calling it a hack is a hoax, but it's like calculations are easier if you take the variable equal to 100x in percentage questions. So whenever you're doing percentage questions, it's a good idea to take variable equal to 100x. Okay, so solve this question. Question number 1. Question number 2. When 30% 30% final number. Yes, correct. Correct, Arundhati. Correct. Yeah, second is also correct. Nice. No, Pavan, something wrong. Check. Answer for second is wrong. The second Pavan, Pavan 2. There are two Pavans.
Yeah.
Saksham. Yes, correct, but it's 4380 times 3, na? एक बार just check the second answer. First is correct. So question number 1, it says when 30 is subtracted from the number. So let's assume the number to be equal to 100x. Then if it says that if I remove 30 from it, I am left with 80% of the number, which is 100x. Yes, class, can I say this? This is the conversion into math. So 100x minus 30 equals 80 by 100 into 100x. 100 and 100 cancelled. 100x minus 30 equals 80x. 20x equals 30. X equals 1.5. So the number becomes 100 times 1.5, which is 150. Is it clear to everyone, class?
सर हमने जो assume किया वो 100x क्यों किया?
Because it's easier to solve with 100x than x. You can do it with x, no problem. You can do it with any variable. That's why I said if you're doing 100x in variable as in percentage question, the question becomes easier. Yeah, anything else? Anyone else wants to ask anything, class? Yes, class, anyone else wants to ask anything? No?
We can take single n also, right? Not required to take 100.
I mean, like this kind of question I do orally. 20% is 30, so 1% is 1.5, then 100% is 150. But for the sake of in order to make it easily understandable to everyone, I'm doing every step.
Sure.
I mean, if you ask me how will I do it in exam, I will not even pick up a pen. It's 150 clearly, and that's where you all need to reach. But in order to reach there, a lot of you would need to see the steps, repeat the steps again and again, and then you can do them orally. Okay. Cool. That's why. So, class, just remember, I will do it in a way which is easiest to understand. Okay. By no way that's how I will attempt it in exam. If it comes in the exam in 20 seconds, I'll just mark 150 and move on. Maybe not even 20 seconds. Okay. Uh, how I'm solving in class is not the fastest way. It's the way in which you can understand it the best. Once you practice 100, 200 questions this way, then only you can do it faster. Like I said, there is no shortcut. Okay. So we have to solve each and every step again and again and again and again. Then, after a point of time, we will reach a level where we can do it orally. But we need to reach there. There is no shortcut. You can't become a genius in math overnight. You can't. Okay. I loved math in my childhood. I always loved math in my childhood. There's a reason I'm a math teacher because I have spent a lot of time with these questions in my childhood. So that's why there's a lot of conceptual clarity that I came with by default when I went for my engineering. And that's why it's easier for me to teach because I really enjoy the numbers. I love making people more literate in math because trust me, math literacy, keeping your GMAT score aside really helps you in life. I'm not even kidding because then you start thinking logically. If you understand basic arithmetic in life, you will start thinking logically. You will see processes in everything. You will see logic in everything. It will be tough to get fooled by stupid logics. I mean, my red flag gets raised if someone says a stupid statement, and that's probably because of how much math I solve. Because math is a language of logic and nothing else. You should not see math as a subject. Okay. So let's do the next question. Mohan spends 40% of his income on rent, 20% on food, 10% on entertainment, and saves the rest. Okay. So again, let's start with the fact that let the total income be 100x. So if total income is 100x, rent is 40x, 40%. Food is how much, class? 20x. And entertainment is how much? 10x.
And
So the question says 40x plus 20x plus 10x plus the saving, which is 4380 equals 100x. So all I need to do is solve. So 30x equals 4380. X equals 438 by 3 would be how much?
146.
146. So my income is 100 into 146, which is 14,600. Is this clear to everyone, class?
Yes.
Like you all can go through this. Shall you move forward?
Shubham, we can do it by the other way also, right? Like 4380 into 100 divided by 30.
Yeah, that's the final answer. 4380 into 100 by 30. The unitary method.
Yeah, yeah.
You can, no problem. Like I said, I will do it in the way which is understandable, the most understandable. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Shubham, in some of the questions that I came across earlier, sometimes when they say 40% on income or whatever, they tell you to start at 100 and then you you actually do the math. You take 40% of 100, which is 60, 60% of, oh, it's not 20% of the remaining amount, it's 20% of the whole.
Yeah. It never
Okay.
mentions remaining. Remaining was previous question.
Okay,
Like
fine.
the
All
first
right.
question.
Sorry, just got a bit confused.
No worries. Get as confused as possible in class. Just don't do that in the exam. That's the idea. Make all the creative mistakes in class because you will make the mistakes at least once. That's a guarantee. Quickly, let's do this question quickly. Then we'll come to classwork questions. Zoom. No, yeah. Yes. Team functions. If you give me. Mhm. So it says to pass an exam of 250 marks, a candidate should obtain 40% marks. So a
That
candidate,
means passing marks are 40 marks, है ना? 40%.
40% is 100 of, so basically passing marks is equal to 40% of 250. So that would be 40 over 100 into 250. 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel, and I get the passing marks as 100. Now the question says Raj scored 10% more than passing. So more than passing means it is being compared to passing marks now. So basically this means 100 plus 10% of 100 because 100 is passing marks. So this will be 100 plus 10, which is 110. So the marks that Raj score is actually 110. Now percentage of marks scored by Raj, I will use the variation 2. Variation 2 says achieved upon total into 100%. So that would be percent marks is equal to 110 over 250 times 100. परसेंट कितना आ रहा है? 44 आ रहा है. Okay.
Yeah, 44.
So 44%. Is it clear to everyone? Class?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Awesome. ठीक है, तो बेस बन गया. Like now you have a very good base of ratio and percentages. Now let's take good questions. These were all like concept questions so far.
Shubham, one question.
Hanji, yes.
Why didn't we take it as 50% as the answer? Why didn't we?
Because it says 10% more than the passing marks. It's not says 10% more marks.
Okay.
Just read the language. It says 10% more than passing. So passing is 100 now. So 10% more of 100, not 10% more of 250.
ठीक है, understood.
Okay. If it said Raj scored 10% more of total marks, then yes, directly 50, 40 plus 10. There's no logic also. That's the answer. But then the question carefully says is 10% more than the passing. So then the answer would be 44%.
Okay.
Yeah. So the questions that I'm about to give you, I do not expect you to be able to solve them. I do not expect you to be able to understand all of them, but it is my duty to introduce you to the level of questions that you can expect in GMAT. So I will do those questions. Even if you do it 20%, that's a win. Even if you do it 50%, that's good. Even if you are not able to understand anything, that's also good. So I don't want you all to get confused and perplexed by looking at these classwork questions. We are supposed to get trouble and get stuck and work on these questions. Okay. No one expects you to be able to solve these questions immediately. So this is the first question that we will do. Please remember it's a collaborative board. What will you do will be for everyone. Okay. Someone got the answer. Oh, nice. Good. Yeah, that's correct. Correct, Akash. Good. Correct, Arundhati. Good. Diya, correct. Saksham, correct. Correct, Pawan. Not bad. A lot of you were able to solve this. Good. You all can try the eleventh question of classwork. Others, I'll give you 2 more minutes to think on this question. Yeah, let's start. So the question says a sale role offers a salary in two parts. There's a fixed component and there's a variable component, which is as a percentage of sales. So basically, anyone's salary will look like fixed component plus, let's say I'm saying fixed component is X. Y is share of sales. So basically Y% of sales. So this is how anyone's salary would look like. Now the first statement is Xavier received 4320 as the salary. So 4320 equals fixed plus Y% of total sales that he made, which was 12,800. Okay. The second statement is in February, he made a sale of 16,200 and received 4830. So 4830 equals X plus Y% of 16,200. Okay. Now, if I simplify these two equations, what will I get? 4320 equals X plus Y by 100 into 12800. And from here, 4830 equals x plus yeah, sorry for that. There's a power cut. Just give me 1 second. Can you all hear me, class? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Sorry, there was a power cut. Yeah, we lost the whiteboard. Just 1 second. Copy the question. Yeah, so the two equation that we got was 4320 equals x plus 128y and 4830 equals x plus 162y. If I subtract these two equations, the x will get cancelled, right? Like if I subtract. So what will I get? X and x will get cancelled. I will get minus how much? 20, 24.
Contact the viewing manager for assistance.
Minus 24y. Please mute yourself. So I will get minus 24y on the left hand side, and on the right hand side, what will I get? How
I
much?
guess it will be 34, right?
Oh yeah. So 34 is minus 610. So 34y equals 610. So how much will be y? 15? 510.
Sir, 510 होगा.
So 510 by 34, which is 15. So basically y is 15%. Now if I know y is 15, I can put the value of y in any of these equation and get the value of x. 4320 equals x plus 128 into 15. How much will I get x as, class? इसको solve करके बताना, like solve this and tell me how much will I get x? $2,400? Okay.
3,000.
Sorry? I'm getting two different values. Is it 2,400 or is it 3,000?
It's 3.
It's 2,400.
2400.
So now the salary finalized is 2,400 plus y% of sales, and y is 15. So this is the final salary. Now the question says, if he had received 5040 as salary, how much was sales? So 5040 equals 2,400 plus 15 by 100 into sales. So if I solve this, I will get 2640 equals 15 by 100 times sales. So 2640 into 100 over 15 equals sales. So if I solve this, stop scribbling. Two six four zero by 3, 880. 880 into 20 is 17,600. So the final sales value is 17,600. Is it clear to everyone, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next question.
Shubham, just on the previous question, one part I need to clarify. So where we have written, right, 4320 is equals to x plus 128 into 15, right? So how do you want to what approach should we follow to simplify it? Whether we should count 100 and then take an LCM, multiply it by 100, or what is the easiest way to simplify it?
Don't complicate it. No, it was very simple. Just 128 into 15 is 1920. So 20 minus 1920 is 2400. Again, you'll get accustomed to these kind of calculations and you will be faster after a point of time.
Yeah, but doesn't it mean that the variable component was 15%?
Yeah, so I mean,
So we are not factoring the 100.
we have factored in the 100 because we cancelled the 00. If we have to factor in the 100, then we'll write it like this. X plus Y percent of the total sale, which is 128,000. If you
Acha,
put
got
this,
got
I
it.
simplified this, no?
Yeah, got it.
I'm putting it in the simplified equation. Can you explain the equation part again of salary? I mean, I explained it previously, then there was a power cut and then I had to rewrite it. So basically, there's a fixed component and then there's a variable component. So the salary is equal to X fixed component plus Y percent of total sales, which is the variable component. Okay, is it clear? Now let's move to the next question. Yeah, I think that's correct. Others quickly solve this. I will continue this classwork sheet in the next class also, okay? So just remember that you really don't need, you're not expected to solve these questions by yourself. For that, we'll give you extra questions to solve. Because this classwork sheet is good. I've taken like the easier questions from the sheet as of now.
Akash,
Okay. I'm getting different answers. Saksham has gotten it different. Pavan has gotten it different. So let's just wait. Yeah, I mean, Disha, the start is good because it's 2 by 9 and 3 by 4. Yes. So because you have two ratios, 2 by 9, 3 by 4, and 2 to 1 against means 2 by 3. So basically the multiple that you can take, like total votes, you can take equal to 36x.
sorry to disturb you, 2/3 कैसे आया?
2 to 1 against the resolution is 2 by 3.
So that's
mean-
what I wanted to ask. 2 to 1 is like, are we considering as 2 is to 1? So that's why.
Yeah, 2 is to 1 against it, but like if I have to take total. Okay.
So 2 is to 1 of the 100.
So there are total 3. 2 are against and 1 is favor. Okay, because it says 2 to 1 against the resolution. So 2 are in against and 1 are favor. So for every 3 votes, 2 votes are against and 1 vote is in favor. Do you understand this part that I've written on the right side?
Yeah.
So if I have to find the fraction of votes that were voted against, that would be 2 by 3, right? Because from every 3 votes, I vote 2 against and 1 in favor. So the fraction will be 2 by 3. Are you able to understand this?
2/3 means जो denominator है वो तो 3 votes हो गया, यही बोल रहे हो ना आप?
Against upon total is equal to 2 by 3. This is what I'm saying. Question is against upon favor. Against upon favor is yes, 2 by 1. But what if I have to write it as against upon total?
Okay.
Let's do the entire exercise. Let's say against vote are 2k. In favor, there are 1k votes, right? This is against. This is favor. Can I say this? So total votes would be how much? 3k. So now if I have to write against upon total, that would be 2k upon 3k, which is 2 by 3. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
So that's why 2 is to 3. That's how it came. So let's get back. Like total votes is 36k. From this 36k, 2 9 have been counted. So 2 by 9 of 36x will be how much? 8x. Now it says out of the counted, 3/4 are in favor. So out of this 8x in favor, not in favor, is how much? 6x and 2x. Is everyone able to follow it till here?
Yeah.
And this is counted. Now I am left with 28x vote, which are not counted. Yeah, 28x vote, which are basically not counted. So if I take those 28x vote The question is, how many of the remaining votes out of this 28 should be against? So that total against is 2 to 1. So that means total against vote is how much? And 36 minus 8. 36 is 28. That's the 28x logic. If 8x are counted, then 28x are not counted. So
No, but how we derive the value 36?
I just took LCM
LCM.
4 and 3. I just took LCM of all the fractions.
Acha, okay.
So for against, like I said, it is 2 by 3 of total. So 2 by 3 of 36x will be how much? 24x. I need total 24x against. How many do I have against right now? 2.
2x.
So if I have 2x against, how many do I need more for against? 22x. Right, because 22 plus 2 will be 24. Yes or no, class?
Right.
Now the question is asking, what is this fraction? So in the numerator, I will take 22x, and in the denominator, I will take, my bad, this is 6x. So in the denominator, I will take the total which are not counted, which is 28x. So 11 that. Okay.
शुभम ये नॉट काउंटेड वाला 6x से एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर दोगे क्या प्लीज?
If against is, no, it's not counted. Not counted is this total. 6x is in favor. Not counted is this one. Not counted is 28x, favor 6x, against 22x. And why against 22x? Because I need total 24x against. I already have 2x in not in favor. So I need 22 more. So the answer would be 11 by 14. Again, watch the video and watch the steps again. These are not very straightforward questions. You will need to go through it twice or thrice. You cannot expect yourself to understand it in the first go. Trust me on this. Maybe 2-3 classes later, you will be able to understand. But first, you need to get accustomed to these concepts and topics and get into the habit of studying. Okay. So please do not put undue pressure on yourself that I need to understand everything. No, you don't. I don't expect you to understand these questions by yourself. That's why I'm teaching them. Okay. So chill. It's okay. These questions are not easy. Like I said, the classwork sheet is a nightmare. At least the percentage and ratio classwork sheet is a nightmare. No doubt about that. But I don't have any choice, because when a very hard question from percentage and ratio will come in GMAT, what will you do? You need to be exposed to these questions. There's no other option, because GMAT does not even allow you to skip. Like, had it been a CAT question, like CAT preparation scenario, I would have said, like, you know what, you don't need to do very hard questions. If it comes, then just skip the question. I can't say that for GMAT. Yeah, because I need 24x vote against the resolution. I only have 2 as of now. So I need 22 more. How many do I have not in favor as of now? I just have 2. And I need 2 more, because against I need total 24x.
सॉरी, ये एक बार प्लीज 2/3 का लॉजिक फिर से समझा दोगे क्या?
It says not in favor over favor equals to 2 by 1. If you're not able to understand that, from this, if I say not in favor equals 2x, 2k, and let's say favor equals k, dash means not. So I'll just write not favor. So not favor plus favor has to be equal to total votes. So if you're not able to understand, then you can say 2k plus k equals 36x. So k equals 12x. So not favor will be 2 into 12x, which is 24x. So if you're not able to understand 2 by 3, then also you'll get it as 24x. No problem.
Thank you.
And you just need to understand that whenever you're given quantity 1 over quantity 2. You can also write it as quantity 1 upon total, and that will be quantity 1 upon Q1 plus Q2. This is what we use. This is the logic that we use. So quantity 1 over quantity 2 is 2 by 1. And if I want to write quantity 1 upon total, I would say 2 upon 2 plus 1, which is 2 by 3.
Shubham, can you explain why did you divide this 8x into 6x and 2x? Like, how did you do this?
Because the question says that 3/4 are in favor. Read the question. It says 3/4 are in favor. 3/4 of those counted. So counted are 8x, 3/4 of that is 6x.
Okay. And the remaining 2x is not in favor. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, class, just write this down. Question number 6 in the classwork question is invalid question. It's a wrong question. So please don't attempt question 6. Don't. Wait, let me write it properly, because if you solve attempt question 6, then you'll get very confused. And anyway, it's a wrong. You won't get the answer. Cool. Now, let's understand the fundamentals of profit and loss. Okay. So profit and loss is just nothing but a concept of percentage. And because a lot of questions in percentages are asked in profit and loss, so we are separately understanding the. Can we have a quick 2-minute break, please? Sure. We didn't have a break. I didn't give you all a break so far. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Yeah, you can have like a 5-minute breather. Let's take a 5-minute break. No worries. I'll anyway take like 20 more minutes max and wrap up the class. I usually don't take initial classes as full 3 hours because it'll be too much. So I like finish like 10-15 minutes early. We don't need breaks for 3 hours. No, you do. I should have given it at like 1.5 hour point. It's good that you don't, but in general, our brain does need it. Yes, Priyanka, you have any question?
Yeah. Shubham, so all the questions which generally comes in exam are of this level, like, because until this point I was able to understand the questions, but this vote question was a bit like I was not able to understand the question only at first go.
It's okay. That's the whole point of studying, right? Obviously, like I said, the classwork sheet has all possible tough questions. And like I said, I do not expect you all to be able to solve the classwork questions. I'm anyway openly saying this. So please understand that if you get a very hard question from this topic, you will get a question like this. Okay, and how many very hard questions you will get in GMAT? 3 to 4. And that
Okay,
too.
so this comes under a very hard question category.
I mean, see, I don't believe in calling something hard or medium. I'll say this is more complex. Like there are so many things to solve in this. That's it. Calling something hard or easy is very subjective. Like for me, arithmetic in general is not that hard. Like I'm able to understand it. For me, algebra becomes complicated. A little complicated as compared to arithmetic. So calling something easy, medium, hard is just introducing a block in your head, which you should not. Class, we are on a break, okay? Just take a breather. That's why I'm like giving random information and like clearing the doubt of Priyanka. Okay, we are in a break. So what I'm trying to say is that do not categorize question as easy, medium, and hard. Yes, you will come across questions which you won't be able to understand. That is the whole reason of going through 12 weeks of classes. Okay, and it will happen. You just need to watch the video again, watch the explanation again, understand it, solve it by yourself again, and you'll be fine. All of this grind needs to be done. That's why I said it requires a lot of discipline and consistency. It's not easy. It's not easy scoring high in GMAT. And trust me, I've written both CAT and GMAT, scoring a very high percentile. Like I'm not talking about normal. So normally GMAT is much more easier than CAT, like much more easier. But scoring a very high percentile like 99 and above means being in the top 1% of the world. That will any day be tougher than being in the top 1% of India. Okay, so when it comes to very high percentile, GMAT becomes tougher. but only for very high. For getting like 80, 90 percentile, it's easier. CAT, I mean, GMAT is much more easier than CAT, but for higher, no, I disagree because I have reached that bandwidth and it took more efforts in GMAT than it ever did in CAT to reach that bandwidth of score. So I can say this that GMAT, if you're scoring very good, will put very challenging questions in front of you. And for that, we need to be ready.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Shubham, can you also explain us how does scoring works in GMAT?
Now, see, that scale is irrelevant. That scale is a percentile conversion scale. Okay. So what percentile is, how like as compared to previous 5 years, you did better than how many people? So let's say if you get like a percentile of 90, so you did better than 90% of people. And I don't remember the exact score. I think it's somewhere around 655 or 645. So if the score reads 655, that just basically means you did better than 90% of the people.
No, that I understood. My point is that how each individual question, I mean, how the scoring is done.
Do not get into that because it's completely adaptive. So the weightage is very different. No one knows. It's a black box.
Gotcha.
Okay, let me give you an example. So in quant, you get scored out of 90 marks. So 90 on 90 is full 100 percentile. Okay. And then the score keeps on reducing. There was this student of ours who got 19 on 21 questions correct, which is beyond brilliant. Which is excellent attempt of quant. So her percentile was 77. She got 80 on 90. There was another student who got 17 on 21 correct. His percentile was 96. He got 87 on 90. Now tell me, how does it even make sense? The answer is that the person who got only 2 incorrect got very easy question incorrect. And because of that, the adaptiveness of the GMAT exam penalized her. And the person who got 4 incorrect got very hard questions as incorrect. And that's why the penalty was not as high. So like, do not get into that. The only thing that you need to know is that if it's a simple, straightforward question, I cannot afford to get it wrong, no matter from what topic it is. And that's why I need to study every topic. Because what if the easy question is from the topic I did not study? And that's what makes GMAT tough. Can you all comprehend and like end this debate here? Because like it does not even make sense. How can someone doing 19 correct out of 21 is getting 77 percentile and someone doing 17 on 21 is getting 96 percentile? The answer is what questions you got wrong. GMAT has a very heavy penalty of getting easy question wrong, like very heavy penalty. Are you able to understand and comprehend this class? So
Yes.
do not get into the debate of how they score, do nothing. Just ensure that you don't get a straightforward question incorrect. Like the ones we did initially. You cannot afford to get them wrong. Just cannot. Your score will be put down madly. So what will happen? They will not even challenge you with good questions. They're like, oh, there's no point challenging this person. I'll just give them 77 percentile. So that's what happened. This person got more challenged by the algorithm. And that's why doing even 17 correct, but harder 17 questions correct or more complex 17 questions correct give you a higher percentile. Yeah, you were saying something?
Shubham, I was asking like for a good score, right? The two critical aspect what I've understood is the accuracy and the timing. So in the preparation process, how do you want us to like focus on both the aspects?
It's accuracy right now, nothing else. Timing does not matter. I'll tell you when timing matters. Okay, timing comes naturally. If right
Understood.
now you focus on speed, you will never get accurate.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get back. So I was saying that we have to study profit and loss because most of the percentage questions come from this category. Now, in order to understand profit and loss, we need to understand 3 types of prices. Okay. The first is the cost price. Second is the sales price. And third is the mark or label price. Okay, what is cost price? That is cost incurred by seller. So whoever is making the transaction, whoever is selling, whatever cost it incurred to that seller, that is the cost price. Sales price is always the final transaction value. So the value at which the final transaction happens is the sales price, and mark price is the price that is mentioned on the label. Okay, so mark price is the price that is mentioned on the label. Sales price is the price which is the final transaction value, and cost price is the price which is cost incurred by the seller. The relationship between these three gives you profit, loss, and discount. Three terms: profit, loss, and discount. So whenever the discount equals 0, when there is no discount, in that case, the marked price becomes equal to the sales price. I mean, we all observe this, right? If there is no discount, we end up paying what is written on the label, yes or no, class? Let's say you go and buy chocolates. If it's a Lindt chocolate, it says 465 or 475 as the MRP and there is no discount. What is the final sales price? You will give that person 475 rupees, right? So whenever there is no discount, mark price and sales price are equal. They're not the same thing, but they're equal. Understand the difference. Okay. Mark price is different, sales price is different. But at the case of zero discount, they are equal. Are you able to understand this, class?
Yes.
Yes. When discount is greater than 0, then marked price will be greater than sales price. Obviously, let's say you go to buy a t-shirt, the MRP says 1000 and you have a 20% discount. How much do you pay? 800, right?
800.
Yeah, so 800 is smaller than 1000. So whenever there is discount, mark price will be greater than sales price. Is this clear to everyone, class? How do we calculate discount percent? So discount percent is always equal to discount divided by MRP, which is mark price, into 100%. Again, this is just a formula of percentage and I'm using which variation? Change upon initial. Because initial is MRP, then you're doing some change and then the final value is different. So change upon initial into 100%. Okay. Profit and loss. Please don't press the I button, please. It's a request. And please don't scribble uselessly. I mean, it's irritating me now. Okay. If you have something genuine, please scribble. That's the whole point of using a collaborative whiteboard, but please don't scribble uselessly. And please don't press on the I button, please. So profit and loss, okay? Whenever sales price is greater than cost price, you will have a profit. And the profit percent will be equal to sales price minus cost price upon cost price into 100%. Again, change upon initial into 100. And loss percent will be when sales price is less than cost price. When you end up selling something which costed you more, you incur a loss, right, class? When you end up selling something which costed you more, You incur a loss. So that loss percent is this clear to everyone? Class?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. So that's the crux of profit loss discount. Profit is equal to SP minus CP. Loss is equal to CP minus SP. And discount is equal to MRP minus SP. Let's do this question. नहीं, it's incorrect, Amit. Selling, 1 second, sorry, let me just check. Just 1 second. 1 second, I'll tell you. The answer is different. You're doing something wrong. Amit. Yeah, correct, Dia. Arundhati, that's a value that you will get, but look at what the question is asking. This is incorrect, Pawan. Just read the question again. Nikhar, it's wrong. Just read the question again. Yeah. I'm giving you additional 2 minutes. I'm not starting. Akash, incorrect. Suraj, incorrect. Sakshi, incorrect. Now it's correct, Pawan. Good. You realize where you went wrong?
Yes, I did.
Good. Yes, that has to be the case, Nikhil. Otherwise, you won't be able to solve it. Think about it. Correct, Pawan, too. Arjun, yes, that is an intermediate value. What you have found is cost, but look at what the question is asking. Correct now, Arjun. Good. So let's discuss it. So the thing that you need to understand that obviously the cost price of both ACs will be different. The reason for that is if you're making profit on one and loss of 16% on another, it can only be equal when the costs are different. Otherwise, profit of 20 and loss of 20 you would need to make no profit, no loss. Okay. If the cost price was same, you would need a profit of 20 and a loss of 20 to get no profit, no loss scenario. But because we are not getting no profit, no loss scenario, the cost price is definitely different for both the scenarios. Okay. So case one, I know profit is 20% and sales price is 4,800. So let's say the cost price is X. So I can write sale price as cost price plus profit. So 20% of X. So 4,800 equals 1.2x, from which X I will get as 4,000. So the profit, again, I'm writing it in a way which everyone can understand. Like, yes, there are faster way to do this. You can directly do 4,800 upon 1.2. So profit is 800. This should be equal to loss. So 800, it should be equal to 16% of Y. Let's say the cost is Y. So 16% of cost. So this 800 equals 16 by 100 into Y. So what will I get? 800 into 100 by 16 equals to Y, to 150. So Y is 5,000. That basically means that the cost of second AC is 5,000. This means that the cost of the second AC is 5,000. Now I need sales price of the second AC. So that will be equal to cost 5,000 minus loss. Cost minus loss, which will be equal to 4,200. Because neither gain nor loss, that is given in the question. If on the whole, how can that happen? Whatever you earn, you lose. Then only you can neither gain nor loss. In order to satisfy this has to happen. That profit is equal to loss. That is the only scenario, no? Is this question clear to everyone, class? Yes or no?
Yes.
Let's do one more question. Can we know how they got the SP of second AC? We got the SP of second AC by cost minus loss. So I got the cost as 5,000 and I incurred a loss of 800. So cost minus loss will be the SP, which is 4,200. So I recovered 4,200. That's why I had a loss of 800. Is it clear? I mean, this is for the second scenario, not the first scenario. Yeah, is it clear? Cool. Let's do one more question. Don't be careful. Remember, it's a collaborative whiteboard.
Shubham,
Yes.
one doubt on the previous question. Sorry, I missed out in between. That 800 profit is equal to loss. That 800, from where have you captured that 800 figure? I'm sorry, I missed out that.
Because the selling price is 4,800 and profit is 20%.
Okay.
So if I assume the cost to be X, the selling price is cost plus profit, right? So cost is X. One second. Cost is X plus 20% profit
Yeah.
is equal to 4,800.
Yes.
So I got X as 4,000. That means cost is 4,000. If
Hmm.
selling is 4,800, cost is 4,000. That means I had a profit of 800.
800. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
because no profit, no loss, then it's equal to the loss of the second AC. Cool. Yeah, let's do this. Because loss is taken on cost price. So if loss is taken on cost price, and if I'm having a 16% loss, that means, what does that mean? That this 800 is 16% of my cost. So I assume the cost to be Y, like cost price of second to be Y. And if my loss is 16%, that is equal to 16 by 100 into Y. And this loss is equal to 800. Is it clear now? Oh, sorry. When did that happen? How does this keep on happening? Please be careful, class. Yes, Pawan, correct. Good. Uh, confused on the value of 4,000. Why are you confused on the value of 4,000? Why are you confused? What you're given is sales price in the question. So sales price is 4,800. That is sales price. Sorry, sales price is cost price plus profit. So 4,800 or मैंने cost price I've taken as X and profit is 20% of X. So once I solve this, I get X as 4,000. So cost price is 4,000. And even if you don't like, why do we need cost price? So that I can get profit, which is equal to 800. That's it. That's the only purpose. Okay. Which option, Arjun? Which option did you get? Yeah, correct. So in this question, let's say the MRP is 100x. Discount initially is 30%. So if I do 30% discount, what will be the SP class? 100x minus 30% of 100x, which will be equal to 70x. And then it's saying do 3D discount again. So 3D equals 90%. So 70x minus 90% of 70x, and I will get 7x. Now the question is saying the original price is what percent of the final value. So basically this is variation 3, quantity 1 upon quantity 2 into 100 of percentage. So original price is 100x, 7x is the later value into 100%. So if I solve this, I will get 1429% as the answer. Is it clear? Class, is it clear? Of course, because if D is 30, then original discount is 30, then 3 times D is 90. It says now original discount is 30. That means the question is saying D is 30. So 3D will be 90. Yeah, cool. Again, watch the recording, watch the solutions again. These are not very straightforward questions. All the remaining questions I will take up in next class. And I will just show you the mail that you will all will receive. And like if you have any doubt in this question, first ask me, then I'll go to the mail. Just read it.
Shom, why you did 100x into 100y upon 7x?
Sorry.
Why you did 100x into 100y upon 7x?
There is 100y. Oh, this is percent.
Okay, okay.
Percent into 100%. Because the question is saying the original is what percent of final. So quantity 1 upon quantity 2 into 100. How did I get this? I think we have lost that part from the whiteboard, but I can open the previous whiteboard and I'll show you. It's basically the variation 3 that I talked about. Like in order to calculate percentage, quantity 1 upon quantity 2 into 100%. That's what I used here.
Does GMAT repeat questions over the years?
Really. I mean, the
I'm
type
just asking.
the type might be same with different values, but it will be different enough for you to not be able to figure it out. Discount is calculated on MRP and loss and profit is calculated on cost price. Yeah, I'll tell you. Let's see if anyone has doubt, then I'll tell you. No one has doubt. Shall I move forward, class? Okay. Yeah. So I was creating this mail for you all. As you can see, this will have the recording of today's class. Okay. So you'll have the link of today's class. I've clearly mentioned that you are expected to try and solve the questions again that were done in class. Okay. I'll just bold this. Once you feel confident of those questions, then you can start solving questions from extra questions. And I've added a note that remaining class questions will be done in next class. It is absolutely okay if you can't solve them. Okay. Now, as you can see, you have this extra question PDF of percentage, extra question PDF of ratios, solutions of those PDF, and the next topic is time and distance. Okay. So time and distance or time and speed, you have the video of that, which is the recording. This is the pre-work PDF and this is the class session PDF, which I will solve in class. So for the next week, number one, you're supposed to redo all the questions we did in class today. Number two, practice extra questions. You can try classwork questions. Even if you're not able to solve them, it's okay. You should try them. Okay. Because there are certain extra concepts that I need to tell you. If you're not able to solve them, I am absolutely okay with that. But you should at least try them. Okay. So you have to try those questions. Those who are feeling confident, you can do the extra questions and you have to watch the time speed video. You have to finish the time speed pre-work. So that is enough work for a week for quant. And similarly, you'll get same work for English after the class tomorrow. So is that clear? Is the agenda clear, class? I will send the mail immediately once the video is uploaded. Okay, like the draft is ready. I have attached everything. The only thing that is missing is the video. Okay, let me just attach the video and then I'll just send it to everyone. Cool. Is it clear to everyone, class?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'll see you all next week. Oh, by the way, just 1 second. It's also there in the mail, but
क्लास टुमारो भी रहेगी, कल भी रहेगी?
that's the English class. Rahul will take the class 2 to 5.
Okay.
Just 1 second. So that's my number. If you feel any issues with everything that you studied today, if you have any doubt, just ping me. But that batch is going way ahead. Like there is another 10:30 class, but that batch is going ahead. So if you want to, you can come. I have no problem. But that batch is like 1.5 months ahead of you. Okay, so this is my number. If you face any issues, just ping me or message me. Okay. Any doubts? Any closing remarks before I end the class? No?
Hi Shubham, I have one doubt with the pre-work. I can stay back if we
Like
can discuss that today.
like in the question?
Yeah, while solving the question, I have one query.
Can you send me the photo? I will give you some hints and let's say if you are able to solve it. If you're not, then let's connect and then get it solved.
Okay.
Okay, just send me the photo and send me the doubt. Like send me just like a voice note.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. So I'll see you all next week and you all will see Rahul tomorrow at 2 p.m. for the critical reasoning class. Okay. Bye-bye.